Hello, NAIFA. This is your buddy, Walter Bond. Hear me clearly. Don't communicate, connect. It's all about being very, very good in the people business. Let me get right down to business. I know you've been trained to talk. You've been trained to pitch. You've been trained to do your elevator conversation, but have you been trained to connect? If you learn how to connect, I'm telling you, your business will never be the same. You must avoid the transactional trap. Here's what average producers do. You chase the sale, you land the client, you close the deal. Now what? You just disappear? Are you serious? That's not a relationship. That's literally a transaction. Transactions are trouble because if you do transactions, you're not building trust. If you don't build trust, you don't get spinoffs. Trust is the real currency, and your legacy over your career is going to be built off building trust and getting no referrals. Don't you dare be that agent that only shows up to close or to renew. When you build true connections, your clients are life. Your clients will be with you for life. I'm telling you, this is a game changer. Let me give you 3 practical ways that you're going to be a connector and stop communicating. You need to be interested before you become interesting. I want you to go into these meetings and lead with your heart. You got to ask great questions and shut your mouth and just listen. People will open up. They will tell you all of their business. They'll tell you all of your secrets. And if they feel heard, if they feel seen, you have a friend for life. And that's the difference between a transaction and a connection. When someone knows you're listening, they will open up and they know you care. Here's the second key. You got to be consistent instead of being convenient. The real relationships aren't built through the appointment. Your real relationships are built between the appointments. You have to understand the appointment is just the beginning, but everything you do leading up to appointments is how you make the connection. You have to have that cell phone. You must have that email. You got to know their birthday. You got to know their anniversaries. You need to know the wedding. You even need to know the funerals. You always need to be present. But here's a big one. It's about withdrawals and deposits. If we make too many withdrawals and not enough deposits, all relationships go bankrupt. The worst thing you can do is start asking before you start giving. Imagine if you invited them to some event or webinar that helped them in their core business with no strings attached. The truth is, that's what friends do. So you need to be a friend before you become a financial advisor. I want you to build a real network, not just a contact list. Your contact list is not a network. Once you build a good network, your network will take care of you. You have to look at every client like a long-term investment. You should know their kids' names. You should know their ages. You should know their parents. Whoever you can get to know in their network strengthens your relationships. And I'm telling you, over time, you will stop being their financial service provider and you start being their friend. I want to give you a challenge. And your challenge is simple. Let's get out the transactional business. Let's stop just communicating and start connecting, because these relationships, they need your support. They need your expertise. They need you to care. So forget about the quick sale. Let's build a relationship. Not only can you benefit from these relationships, your clients will benefit as well. Because if you care for your client, you're going to always get them into the best product, into the best service. Why? Because you're a friend who just happens to also be their financial service provider. God bless you, NAIFA. See you soon. And let's stop communicating and let's start connecting.